Love that. Okay, next let's have you bring over this tray here on the end, Tom, with the hummus and everything in it. And you guys have probably seen those, I think they're called butter boards. And that's where they like slather on some butter onto a board and then put a bunch of other stuff. Thank you. Okay, so next up, I want to show you a really fun way for presenting. This could be an appetizer. For Tom and I last night, it was actually our dinner, and there's something going around called butter boards, where you spread butter on a board and put different toppings on it and then serve things to scoop it up or to spread it on. Well, we're not going to do butter because we're whole food, plant-based. And I got inspiration for this because I did see Jane and Ann Esselstyn had a guest on who made what she called a better board, and she used hummus as the base. And so I really liked the idea of that. And there's a recipe that I've been making for a new hummus recipe with oven roasted garlic that I love. And so I thought, oh, I think my new hummus recipe would work really well for this. So I'm going to show you the one that I made for Tom and I last night, and we absolutely loved it. So this is one of the live edge presentation boards from Holland Bowl Mill. So this is oven roasted garlic hummus. I oven roast my garlic without any oil. I have a blog post about that. If you just search Nutmeg Notebook roasted garlic, it should come up. So I'm just using the presentation board instead of a platter, just to put everything on it, and it's going to look beautiful. And I don't know if you've been to Costco or Sam's Club, they all have these presentation type platters out right now, and it's a really big thing. So I'm going to make a small one because it's just Tom and I, and he's excited about this though because he loved the one that I made last night. And so if I was making this to serve to company, of course, I would spread it out and make it much, much bigger. But this is just going to be for the two of us. Okay, so now we have these are sweet potatoes, just the regular like Jewel sweet potatoes. I peeled them, and then as you can see, I cut them up in about 1/4 inch pieces. And I mixed them with, I had about 3 cups of sweet potato peeled. I added about 1/4 cup of onion, red onion that I diced pretty finely because we're going to be putting this on crackers and things, so I don't want big chunks of stuff. And then I just seasoned it. Garlic powder, onion powder, some black pepper, some chipotle chili powder, and you could do like regular chili powder if you wanted to. And I did some salt substitute. And then I added, I had some aquafaba from making the guacamole. I added a couple tablespoons of aquafaba and a tablespoon of lemon juice. Then I put them in the oven about 400 degrees, and partway through I stirred them, and I added a little more lemon juice because they were starting to look dry. And then I roasted them probably about 35 minutes. And they were delicious just on their own. Now I'm just going to add these on top. You could do butternut squash or kabocha squash if you wanted to. That would also be delicious. And this is just the second layer. So you see how this really could be a meal because we have hummus, which has garbanzo beans. And this particular one, I also used some white beans as well. So we have that, and then we have the sweet potato on top. So, I mean, for me, this is a meal right here. And the combination of the sweet potatoes with the hummus is amazing. They're so delicious together. And they're both creamy, so you have a really great texture. Okay, so we have that. Then I made my lemon dill dressing. If you have my batch cooking course, this recipe is in the e-recipe book that goes with my batch cooking with Tami course. And so my ranch dressing would also be really delicious on this. And so then I'm just going to drizzle this over it. And I love the flavor of the dill and the lemon. It's just lovely. And so we're just going to add that. And this dressing happens to be made with some silken tofu, and it's super creamy and delicious. And I will tell you that I did add 1 tablespoon of tahini to my hummus for this because I wanted it to be really creamy and extra special. And it makes such a huge difference. Okay, so that's just lightly drizzled on there. Now we'll do the tomato topping. So what this is I just took sweet little tomatoes and cut them in half. And if they were a little bit bigger, then I quartered them. And then I just added some cilantro and some Italian parsley and a little bit of lime juice. If you use salt, you could add salt. You could add a little bit of freshly ground black pepper, which I forgot because I was so busy. And again, we have a little bit of lemon juice in here. We've got the flavor of cilantro and Italian parsley. If you don't like cilantro, leave it out. Use all Italian parsley. Perfectly fine. Just remember that recipes are just ideas. You don't have to, unless you're baking, you don't have to follow them 100%. You can modify depending on what you have on hand and what your personal taste preferences are. I just always share what I like, and you may or may not like the same thing, but you can customize it to be what you like. Look at this. This is, oh, you guys, I can't even tell you how amazing this was. I wish you could all come over and just have a taste of that. Look at how incredible that looks. Amazing, right? So now we want things that we can use to scoop it up or to spread it on. So I do recommend that you have a little spreader that you also put out when you're doing this. And then this is some beautiful little endive. So I know that a lot of people now are really into making those charcuterie boards. I'm never sure of the pronunciation, which involve meat, and we're not doing meat, but we can still enjoy having the same concept, but with all healthy plants. So this is a little bit of endive, which is really fun. Now, it's not so good for scooping, but you can use the little serving knife to help. And then some cucumbers. Now, you can slice your cucumbers 2 ways. You can do little rounds if you want, but I like to cut them on the diagonal, and then I'll get a little more space on them, I guess is what I want to say. Because you can get more goodies on this way. And these are sturdy enough that you can, I'm going to put those, that you can use them to scoop. And then I like to buy these. I get these at Whole Foods, and they're like, they make me think of the waffle cut French fries, but they're carrots. Isn't this great? I love it. That one doesn't want to cooperate. So then we'll just put these out. And you know, this board just works so great for this display. Wonderful. And then maybe you want something a little more carby. So these are some Mary's Gone crackers. And they're just seeds. They're going to be a little higher in fat than some other options. And then this is the Pascha bread, which is gluten-free and delicious, and I've toasted it, and so you can put it out here too. And then these are what if you do the sweet potato croutons but without any seeds, then this is what they look like. And so I thought those would also be really good with this spread put on them. This is a Yukon Gold potato, and I didn't pre-cook it. I just took a raw one, I scrubbed it well, I left the skin on, and I sliced them, and I put them in the air fryer. And they look like a little cracker. You could, I didn't do them long enough to make them crunchy, but because I was afraid they were gonna burn, and I was trying to do like 10 things at the same time. Look at this one. This one's like shaped like a heart. How cute is that? It's shaped like a heart. Okay, so that gives us plenty of yummy things that we can spread this on. And then look at just how gorgeous is this. And it's a feast. So not only is it just beautiful to look at, but it's going to be beautiful to eat as well. And my little heart, I love that. So cute. So there you go. Now, you could make this a whole Mexican theme if you wanted to. You could make a black bean hummus. So I would do black beans and jalapeno and chipotle chili powder and smoked paprika and garlic. And then you could make a fresh salsa, which I have a great recipe on the blog. You could do a mango salsa even, which I have a recipe for. And then you could do air fried tortilla chips on the side. And you could do some veggie dippers as well. And that would be great.
So there's the finished product. Wow.
Yeah, doesn't that look amazing? I love it. I love it. So I'm excited to take this to a potluck and share it. I think this is going to be a really big hit. Okay. You have longer arms.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Wonderful.
Amazing.
And so that is the Live Edge presentation board.
Are those extra?
What? Stop asking for my food. Okay, I'm Tami.
And I'm Tom.
And we help you get healthy and stay healthy.
One meal at a time.
Or one chopped salad at a time.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll see you next time. Bye.